bit of a different video today, but it's definitely a good one. And Trista's going to put some effort in, and she's going to go through this and get it all squared away and edited, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. But over the weekend, I had a little memory and a little flashback, which led to part of this video. And it also shows us driving through town. So I'm going to give her some little key lead-ups to this so she can edit it all together. But for you guys that have a business, for you guys that don't sometimes understand these trucks, while I was taking place, while I was doing this video, I had 2 customers text me literally while I was riding with Daniel and he's driving. One was getting in their vehicle for the first time they had delivered and were just tickled to death. The other was traveling home from a family vacation and text. And then lo and behold, this morning I get another text where a customer, it might have been last night, where they've traveled and experienced riding in a Squarebody, flashing back time to something that you can't repeat. None of us know what tomorrow brings. You don't have every day in front of you. So this video, to me, meant a lot. We were standing around. We were riding on some of the four-wheelers. We were riding on the snowmobile. And Daniel is 10 years younger than me. So Daniel missed out on a lot of the fun things that I got to do with my great-grandfather and my grandfather. But one of the cool things is we always went on a Saturday morning to this bait and tackle shop. This bait and tackle shop's been open for over 70 years. Excuse me. They opened in the 50s, over 70 years. And we went in there and got bait and got things. Well, it happens to be in Petersburg. So I want y'all to watch this travel through time where I'm riding with Daniel in a Squarebody through town, just like I did with my grandfather 40 plus years ago. You want to talk about goosebumps. So we're riding through there. We've got my daughter and his son in the back. We're cruising down. Now, Petersburg, we go through Ettrick first, and then we go into Petersburg. Now, Petersburg has these old train trestles. You'll see me kind of zoning in on those things. They are from ancient times. They were there before there were cars. It blows my mind how they had the technology to do this. But we go to this bait and tackle shop that Daniel's never been able to go to before. And it's still there. It's still open. And for you guys that have a business, I walk in there. I went in there the weekend before last. I walk in there. These people don't know me from Adam. I have not been to this place in ages. So it's not like I'm in there every weekend. But the weekend we went in there last weekend, we said, the kids, they were all excited to run around. We're going to go do some fishing in our pond. Well, as soon as I walked through the door, you know what the old man there said? How was fishing last weekend? It was good. Did your daughter catch some? She sure did. You got him, you got him, you got him.
Yay! I got a fish.
Yeah, you do.
Daddy,
Pull
help
him
me
up, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up.
Help me pull it up. Woo!
You gotta keep doing it.
Oh man, look at that fish.
Wait, let me see. That's a crappie.
Whoa.
Nice fish.
All right, what are you
It's
doing?
a crappie, Blakely. Daddy, let me get it.
Don't be scared. How many places do you go in that somebody even recognizes you, much less remembers that and talks to you and engages? So we got some minnows. We got some worms. We got another fishing rod because you can't have too many fishing rods. And we got some hooks and some other things. And, you know, I don't know what it came over me, but I had my brother with me. I had my nephew with me. I had my daughter with me. I was in a place where I felt like I was at home, even though I hadn't been to this place in over 40 years. I wasn't allowed to go to it because Petersburg's not a great area. And this is definitely on an unsafe area. My parents said, do not go to Petersburg when I was a kid or when I started driving. So unless I was with my dad or my granddad, that's the only time I went to this place. But anyway, we rang it up and it was, you know, $50 or $57, something. I had a $100 bill. And I gave it to the man. I said, keep the change. I was so thrilled to be important, to be remembered, to be in a place that is old school. And those places don't make any money these days. And I was thrilled to do that. And I'm not a real big tipper. You know, we go places, I just do the normal. Matter of fact, I'll ask Trista or I'll ask Tabitha to figure up the tip. You know, I want to tip accordingly. But I just was overwhelmed with happiness and memories. And what that brings me to is so many of these vehicles for people. It is the memory. It's the experiencing something. I was thrilled for that to take place. I was thrilled to be able to do that. I was thrilled that my children may remember it. Now, Trista, she's not much of a fisherman, but we do have a picture of her with a fish. She can put it in if she wants to. She doesn't like the picture very much, but she can put it in if she chooses to. But those memories are things, again, I got to experience them with my great-grandfather, with my grandfather, with my dad. A lot of people don't even get to grow up with their grandparents these days, much less great-grandparents. And for us to be able to jump in a Squarebody, take that travel down this old sleepy town, which I could go on for months and days and years talking about this sleepy old town that so much of the memorabilia in our building, these things right here, came from that sleepy old town, the building that got tore down. We passed right by. And you'll also see in one of these videos where they're doing current construction, they're tearing down more stuff. Old things are gone. They're gone. And it sucks. But those memories, that hair standing up on your arm, watching my brother drive, that was a little kid growing up. You know, he was my younger brother. We missed doing a lot of things together. Watching his son be in the back, telling us that the place smelled terrible because he didn't know any different. It's minnows and it's water and it's worms and it's an old building. And he said, Dad, this place smells terrible in here. I think he might have said it smells like doo-doo. I don't remember what he said, but it was funny. Then to see Blakely see the little pink glasses and the little pink bobbers in a package, they were $3 or $4. I was happy to get them. She might wear them one time, she might throw them away, but the bobbers we'll have forever, and she'll remember that. So guys, you can't recreate memories. You can't recreate time in life. Those are things you just can't turn back. And when people on these trucks can experience that, whether it's a hot rod, whether it's a vehicle like their grandfather had, whether it's just these silly KC light covers that make you smile because you remember them on your uncle's truck. I'm very fortunate. I had two uncles that were very close to us, and they were like my other dads because we were always around each other. I worked with them. I hung out with them on the weekends. They'd help me work on my vehicles if they were broke down. They did so much. We come from a close family. We come from a small town. Maybe you guys don't have that, but if you've got somewhere that you can go that's not a big box store and you can go to that little place, I can tell you they're going to appreciate the business just like we. You might look at this place currently and you say, this is not a small business anymore. And you're right. In size, we are not a small business. But in culture, we're still a small business. We're not a big box store. We don't have investors. We don't have corporate policies. I have a fourth generation standing behind this camera that's going to be running this business one day. And she's going to treat you just like I have, just like my dad did, just like my granddad did. Maybe we just come from a different way in time, but I was thrilled to be in that building. I was thrilled to spend my money there. It was so easy. And I feel like that's how customers end up with us. You get what you pay for. You get what you're told you're getting. You don't have anybody forcing you to buy. These places, they don't advertise. They don't have social media. You would not even know they were there unless you drove past or your grandparents took you there. So it was a great experience. I know this is a different video than normal and what y'all used to, guys, but I did have a fun time. We do have a couple vehicles in here that I'll spotlight real quick while we're on the subject. This beautiful Squarebody here is going to a customer. They did ask us to go ahead and do some rear springs in it to get rid of the blocks before we shipped it. That thing has an amazing sounding small block, and you guys will hear it and see it a little bit more in another video before it leaves. We also took the swampers off. We put it on a set of Mickey Thompson tires. These clear a lot better, and they ride a whole lot better. And it's a step side, so it's got the wood floor bed. We also ran into some hurdles at the last minute. They didn't ask for these things, but we had the time. They've been patient. The door key didn't work quite right, so we were able to change out the lock cylinders. They got a fresh door key. I popped the seat forward, realized that the amp was just laying in the back, not mounted. We had that mounted in there. This was another truck that kind of sold on a, it's almost ready, but not perfect selling point and price point, and they understood that. We also put Fox shocks on it. We also upgraded the exhaust. Those were things that we were doing anyway, but those things have been completed. So next time you guys see this truck, oh, and the beauty part of it, and I'll talk about it in the final video before it leaves, this man said we had a punch list. Black, step side, stick shift. There might have been one more thing on their list. Black, step side, stick shift. it checked all those boxes. I think there was a fourth box also that they said, but anyway, it checked all the boxes that they were looking for. That never happens. Most people are like, well, I'll take the brown. It's not really what I want, but I'll take it anyway because it's really the truck that I want. And that is a K30, guys. Not ready yet, but it is a K30 sitting there, factory. So we'll be going over that truck this week. There'll be a lot of trucks getting processed this week. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you ever have been an outdoorsman and you've been fishing with your kids, they get a little rambunctious with the fishing rod. Well, you may not pay any attention, but Daniel here is catching a hook in his finger as his daughter caught the fish. So it happens. It's happened to me several times. Trista probably doesn't even remember it, but kids get a little overzealous with the hooks and the things, and it happens. So all in good fun. So Blakely was able to give Uncle Brian his present, and that was so cute. She actually fell asleep holding this bag that she got for him at the store, and then she got him some zip ties. So she was holding that in her arms and was able to wake up just long enough to give him that present and fall back asleep. So that was pretty cute. Down here at Danny's pond. You guys seen Danny plenty in some of the videos, but it's got this beautiful pond, and now it has a weeping willow tree on it. Hopefully it'll stay nice and wet down here on the bottom. This thing should grow up pretty tall. We had to come back in about a month and put up a little something to hold it up, but this area right here, it's grown up a lot, but probably almost 25, close to 30 years ago, this was some of the first testing grounds for mud bog trucks and race cars and a whole bunch of fun. So always love our buddy Danny letting us come out here and have a good time, and right near the house. Bless his heart, he has definitely had his hands full over the years with us out here having a good time. So try to keep this place, try to help him every now and then, do a little bit around here. And he always allows us to come out and have a good time, and gotta always give him thanks for that. It's a beautiful piece of land here in Chesterfield, big piece of property. His grandfather was a customer of my grandfather's. And then when we met many years later, we kind of put that connection together, or my dad actually did. So cool stuff, very nice. All right, we got 2 more planted right here on the banks of the water, so it's gonna be pretty. Blakely's up here, my little assistant. It's Brian's birthday today, so we're headed to his house next to drop present off, and she's falling asleep. Poor thing. She's falling asleep on the trip.